Hi there! Is Tron reaching a new all-time high? Let's look at it from the Wyckoff lens and let's see whether the charts are telling us there's a possibility. So here we're looking at a weekly chart of Tron, and over the past many weeks since mid-March it has been running along this white line, this upward support line, and so far it hasn't disappointed anyone. There may be fluctuations in the middle, but then it's still above this uptrend basically. As of this moment, it has a little bit of pressure at this point because it's getting closer and closer to the blind climax during November last year. So one question would be, is this getting close to a new high? Whether it's getting to an upthrust? Yes, certainly it looks like it is trying to get to that point where it's going to test the green line level. However, remember, back in November 2024, December 2024, the high, the peak of the price was actually around 45 cents, much higher than the close where I have tagged the buying climax. So even if it goes above this green line at around 32 cents, we still have to see whether it's got the necessary FOMO or hype for people to come in to buy Tron. So that's a determinant factor whether it will make the all-time high. However, the channel itself, when I say channel, it's actually this one. It has the same bottom as the white line. So this is something we have to closely observe over the next few months for that to develop and maybe eventually breaking the new high. So one thing in particular is this triangle over here. So that tip is set at around mid-October. However, a breakout has to happen before that in order, well, if it doesn't, there may be a chance it drop back to the pink line before it retries. It doesn't mean game over, it's just a different pattern it's going to develop. So over the past few months, when support was found in March at around this sign of weakness level, and eventually rather flat stage above the yellow line, the price showed up and broke this triangle, and eventually this time at around similar time in the middle of the range, it broke above the pink resistance line at around 28 cents. So whether it will continue up and eventually touches this lower edge of the box again at around late August or early September time and eventually break above, that's the pattern we're hoping to see in order for the upthrust to happen. So that's the big picture, yeah? If it ever comes down, like I said, it's going to first test the support line, the pink support line at around 29 cents. If that doesn't hold, then it will get back to where we are and the support line where we were 2 weeks ago, with the support at around 24 cents. So to the daily, obviously the price has climbed out. We talked about this last week, that after it climbed out from this smaller declining trend, it eventually found support and like it lingered around this box above. Let me expand this a little. So it wasn't able to climb above it. It has been sort of a resistant line, the bottom edge over here of the blue box. But then eventually, 4 days ago, the price successfully, with the volume push, went above. The thing is, like I probably mentioned last week, this yellow line currently, the top edge of these short-term playground zone, is giving it significant resistance. You see over the past 4 days, including today, this line at around 30 cents is pretty much suppressing the price going further upwards. It's preventing it going up further. So even though from a daily Wyckoff perspective, we now see an upthrust. That was the buying climax, the second test, and then we are at an upthrust currently. So there is expecting to be some retracements. Hopefully this support line, this blue line, the bottom edge of the box at around 29 cents 40, if it comes down today or tomorrow, there, because the line keeps moving up, right? So hopefully find support here and then shoot up further. In that case, the top of the upthrust isn't the current point, but a higher point when that happens. If it doesn't go past and then retreat back to where the middle line at around 26 cents is. So it all depends on how it develops, but you see this triangle again, right? So latest by early August, it has to show us whether it's going to break this resistance at 30 cents or it is going to break outside or below the 29 cents 50 mark and find support somewhere between these two yellow lines. So like we have seen many times already, right? Whenever there's a triangle, it's not going to go to the very tip before it breaks out. It's going to, like this one, it's going to happen somewhere near the center. So currently, it looks like it's at that point already. So I think like in the next few days, probably within this week, the soonest, we will see a breakthrough either towards the upside above the 30 cents mark or towards the downside below the 29.50 mark.